Here we are. We're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Plum Crazy Adventures. It is
Live.
Wednesday. It's spooky night.
Yes, it is. So I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July, but we are officially ready to move on and have some fun with spooky season. And so that's why we wanted to talk about it tonight.
Scoot up, forward. Thank you. Okay. Uh-oh. Got one small problem. My water's all the way over there. Oops.
I'll get it.
Thank you. You're a great wife. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, now we can do this. Thank you, mister. Thank you.
And I just got to notice that I am overdue with my being live on YouTube. So my app is working. For those of you that have issues keeping things on track, I have recently just started using Blink Up.
I love it. It says Megan's brain.
That's what I named it. It's literally my brain, because if it's not written down, it doesn't happen. So it's been actually fantastic on helping getting me organized with certain things, with as many things as been going on. And so I highly recommend it. Takes a little bit of getting used to and work on the back end, but I'm getting it more and more the way I want.
Yep.
So, and hi, Becky. Thanks for joining us on Facebook. We appreciate it. So anybody that is out there, please give us a hello, a shout out. Let us know where you're from. We always love seeing those and very grateful for it. So definitely do that for us.
Well, tonight, I guess we're going to be talking about stuff that has to do with fall travel, right? Because, let's face it, I don't know about you guys, but I'm done with this humidity already. So
I know.
It's bad thing is our air conditioner's kind of acting up a little bit. So if you hear it running in the background, I'm sorry.
In July, yeah.
Yeah, it's just at that time of the year where it's just like, it's too much.
I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore.
But
can't blame it.
Nope. But anyway, so we're going to be talking about fall travel and a little bit cooler time of the season. The fall foliage tours, stuff like that, and some spooky things because we got this whole thing going on behind us right here. So
I like it.
I do too. So, well, I guess let's get into it. Any news that we need to do right now or anything?
As far as news goes, thank you so much for the people that have trusted their bookings with me over the past week and a half. I think is a fair assumption. I am super duper excited. I've got people coming out of the woodworks. Can't hear the fans or anything. Good to know that, Chris. Thank you. I am super excited that I've had people contacting me about Disney vacations. I've got people that are booked out through end of September next year.
Yep.
So very, very excited for those. Oh, I have Christmas also. I forgot. Yep. So very, very grateful to all of those people that have reached out to us and have allowed us to be a part of their travels. I am going to try to get better about posting when people are actually booking or they're traveling because I know that we do quite a bit actually for our family and for our situation, but it's kind of fun to see other people going and doing stuff too. So I will promise that's one of my goals is to get better about that. Did you want to come say hi, buddy?
There's a little head right there.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
They can't see you over there.
On Facebook, they can't see you. See over here. Come up here and say hello.
Hi. Tell everybody hi.
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 So, are you going to help us out with all this evening? Or are you just going to make faces at yourself?
Spooky.
That's what he's really into. So, all right, kiddo. How about you go play with your brothers, okay?
Go beat them up.
Yep. Otherwise, I would never get anything done. Yeah. So, so very, very grateful to them. I'm also incredibly grateful. I have 2 friends that are going to Las Vegas for a long weekend. They fly out tomorrow morning. So I'll probably be posting about them being out there in the next couple of days while they're out there because I know that they'll be giving me some updates and maybe I'll be able to use a couple of their photos and stuff. So fingers crossed that we can do that. And then got other people that are going to New York City at the end of the month. Very excited about that. I got another family that's going to South Florida. They're going to be in the Fort Lauderdale area at the end of the month. So people are traveling and people are booking, and I'm just beyond blessed and excited.
Yes.
So thank you so much for that.
Yep. And we got a couple of events that we're getting ready to do here. One next month, we're going to be setting up live in Cheswick. Actually, one in August and in September, both.
Yeah. So,
and hopefully a couple more events. So all of you Pennsylvanians that are around here, kind of look for us at some events and stuff. If you see us, see a Plum Crazy Adventures booth, stop by and say hi. So,
most definitely. We would love to see you and talk to you in person. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get to the business at hand, which is fun, spooky things that we can do this fall.
I like that.
I know, I like it.
We'll go with the heart. So that's awesome.
So first off, whenever I think about people that are interested in doing something in the fall, wanting to do something with their kids, because let's face it, we do a lot of family-oriented travel.
Yes, we do.
I always think of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yeah, and this is an awesome event to be able to attend, whether you're 48 like me or you're 6 or under. You know, I mean, you get candy, you get treats, you get all kinds of
stuff. The whole family can dress up.
Yeah, the whole family can dress up, and the whole family can trick or treat. All of you, like even the adults, get a bag and get to trick or treat.
They get a little upset if you don't take a bag. They're like, no, you get a bag.
Yeah. So go trick or treat. You know, relive that youth, man, because it is so awesome to be able to do this right there at the Disney parks. So
yeah. So for those of you that are kind of new to it, so Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a separately ticketed event that they hold at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida.
Yep.
Now, they do have select nights. Love me some candy. I know, right, Deb? It is for select nights from August 11th through November 1st this year. They're going to do one on November 1st. I think that's really cool.
That's awesome.
And there's not only is it just like trick-or-treating and things like that, but you also get some really fun things that you can do. For instance, there's the Not So Spooky Spooktacular.
Let's say that 5 times.
I know, right? Which is their fireworks show. And it's completely different from the fireworks show that you would see on a non-party night. So what is it? They're doing Happily Ever After right now, I think. So
I think that's coming to an end. Wasn't it? No. What was it? Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, so when it's a party night, they do the special party fireworks show with a projection mapping and everything. So you get to see that, which is you're only able to see during the party season. They also have the Cadaver Dans. So if anybody really likes the Dapper Dans that hang out around Main Street and sing in harmony, a really, really great group, they actually become the Cadaver Dans during the event, and I love that. They are so much fun.
Spooky.
Yep, exactly.
There you go.
I like it.
Man, hey,
he's getting his voice back.
I can do it. I can talk again.
There's also the Hocus Pocus Villain Spooktacular or Spelltacular, sorry. And that is basically the Sanderson sisters coming back. They've got different villains that come onto stage to do their show with them. It's a really, really good time. One of the better stage shows. I don't generally stop and watch very many of them, but I will make sure that I stop and get to watch that one.
Yeah, them Sanderson sisters are.
They're kooky.
They're kooky, but I love them though.
So
especially
love that.
The blonde.
The Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes.
They couldn't have cast anybody better for that.
God, yes. Love me some Sarah Jessica Parker.
And then my favorite thing, which I like even more than trick-or-treating, believe it or not, and all the candy that you get, the Boo to You Parade.
Boo to you and boo to you.
Bum, 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 bum. Yep, I love it. I love it so much. And on good nights, because let's face it, I mean, it's Central Florida. Sometimes it's raining, so they can't have everything out. All that's weather permitting. But they have the Headless Horseman in that parade.
Yep.
And oh my gosh, it is so cool to see the Headless Horseman coming down Main Street, USA.
I'll tell you what, the one thing I really love about this parade, and don't get me wrong, the Headless Horseman, that really sets the mood for Halloween. You see that and you're like, whoa, that's cool. How do they do it? It's Disney magic. It's awesome. But I love it when I guess they would be the Undertakers.
You're talking about the grave diggers.
The grave diggers, yeah, the grave diggers. when they come through and they're dancing with the shovels and stuff, and they actually take them and hit them on the concrete and make them cause sparks.
It is really cool to watch.
It's a little really cool effect, but man, it makes me just like, I absolutely love watching that. I think it's really cool. So
I agree.
That's probably one of my favorite parts of the whole parade. So and the music. So if you walk out there and you're not humming that song.
Yeah, and if it's not stuck in your head for the next week,
you're dead inside. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's what we want.
So, well, I mean, they do have room for one more at the Haunted Mansion.
Yes, yeah.
So, and then, of course, trick-or-treating. They have different trick-or-treat stations everywhere, which is what he mentioned. They also give away some goodies and stuff, too. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that.
Yes.
So, definitely.
I think that one year we were down there, they had candy apples, weren't they? They were giving out something. It was a candy apple cookie.
Maybe that was
it was a candy apple cookie because you couldn't have it.
Generally, it's like a cookie. You'll see some cookies. There will be sometimes some different drinks. I know, especially like at Christmas time, which I'm getting ahead of myself, but they'll have like an eggnog station and sugar cookie station, things like that. They do something similar for Halloween as well.
Yep.
So
yep.
Yummy. So on top of all the candy. So absolutely love that one. Now the party does start at 7 p.m. I didn't get the ending time, but it's either 11 or midnight. So it's not a ton of time, but you can go into the park earlier than that with that ticket.
Yeah.
I believe it's like 4 o'clock. Do a few things, get yourself in there, and then as soon as the 7 o'clock starts, you can just start pounding different things, which we generally will recommend that you do that and not use one of your regular park day tickets during a party day, so that you can be in the back of the park and you're not dealing with like the crush of people trying to get in at 7. And you can kind of get some things done, like especially if you're back in New Fantasyland or Tomorrowland or something, get some things done back there before the crowd descends.
Do your trick or treating in the back. Go in early, wait for it to start, and then do your trick or treating, and then start making your way toward the front, because all the people that are coming in the front are going to start automatically trick or treating in the front, and then we'll start heading to the back. And then when you're in the front, hey, guess what? You're right through it. So
exactly.
And plus, you get to, and you can't go do this party without going and riding the Haunted Mansion. You got to go do it. I mean, that, and plus Pirates of the Caribbean. You got to think spooky rides.
Oh, yeah.
Even the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, kind of a little bit of a spooky because you see the witch.
Ooh,
yeah. Got to think about that. So
yeah, the hag at the end of the ride is very spooky.
Yes. And you could even do Space Mountain because it's in the dark. Yeah. So there's like 4 rides right there that would be really awesome to be able to go do.
And then, of course, doing Big Thunder at night is always really cool to do.
Totally. It's a totally different experience.
Ride.
Yeah, totally different experience.
So lots of things that you can do. So highly, highly recommend that you go and you experience this. And there is still availability, believe it or not. Like last year, they had so many dates sold out within the first few weeks of it being available.
Yeah.
There's availability this year. So let's take advantage. Let's get you booked before people realize, oh, I can do this. So, but yeah, definitely. Now, speaking of like the spookiness and everything, how many of you caught the photo that I put up about 45 minutes ago? And who knew where that was? I saw one person comment, and Gary, I hate to tell you, you were not right. It was not Halloween Horror Nights.
Nope.
You want to tell them?
No, go ahead. You can do it. I don't like telling people when they're wrong.
He's such a liar. So that was actually taken overlooking the backside of the Liberty Bell at Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
They pump in the smoke and fog and stuff, and it was colored green that night, and so you couldn't see the Liberty Bell very well. Yeah. It was taken actually on the bridge near Splash Mountain.
Yep. Yeah, that was I guess it was
overlooking towards Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah, kind of in a commemoration for Oogie Boogie.
Could be.
Yeah. I know they don't do the Oogie Boogie Bash.
No, not here.
Not here. That's out on the West Coast.
They don't have a very big presence here.
But no,
I shouldn't say
he does.
He
does pop up on the castle and the projections and stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Oogie Boogie, baby.
So anybody that was paying attention, that is where that photo was taken. Was at Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
So, ooh, who knew there was something that spooky? Trying to answer, couldn't type fast enough. Well, you didn't count because I think you took photos too, or that may have actually been one of your photos that I used. So,
Yeah, that's right.
I knew that you would know that one.
Yeah, I forgot he was there for that one.
So, moving up the road just a little bit, let's talk about Halloween Horror Nights for a few minutes.
Yes.
Because this event is Halloween Horror Nights 23. So that's exciting.
You mean 32? 32.
32. Yes, I'm dyslexic. Can't you tell?
I was like, wait a minute. We've gone back in time.
I even wrote it that way. Is it 32 or 33? It's some kind of a 3.
Anyway, the Halloween Horror Nights is coming up.
I swear I know what I'm talking about, y'all. And I'll double check everything before I send you stuff. So this is for, I'm like double checking my notes now. Like, oh my gosh, what else did I write in wrong? Select nights from September 1st through October 31st. So you're going to have 2 full months to be able to go and experience Halloween Horror Nights, which is super, super exciting. Yeah. Do keep in mind if you are, it probably was, that was like 9 years ago. Yep. Keep in mind that the Universal Studios Park will close earlier than the Islands of Adventure Park because they've got, they do start it a little bit earlier on the studios, and that way you can kind of get into your houses and stuff before dark.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that The Last of Us is technically the only house that they have revealed. This house is so far, and there's going to be 10 total. And it's really interesting to me that The Last of Us is actually going to be based off of the video game. It's not going to be based off of the HBO Max show that came out this year. So they've got a lot of creative freedom with that. It'll be really interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah.
And we are, let's see, September 1st. So we're about, 7 weeks away. And we still have 9 houses that they haven't talked to us about.
Yeah. It's hard to believe that we're only about 7 weeks out, man. This is, it's like this year. Where is this year going already? Like, I mean, here we are. Like we just got into summer, and so we're sitting here talking about fall and travel and fall and stuff. So it's weird, but hey, time flies when you're having fun. So
I guess this is true. Yeah, it's really crazy how fast this year is going.
Yeah.
So we have 9 houses that are not currently announced. We have no idea what the 5 scare zones are going to be about. Mm-hmm. We don't know if we're going to have 1 or 2 live entertainment shows because we don't know if they're going to have the Lagoon show ready to go in time because it's under construction right now.
Yeah.
They're not doing anything with the Lagoon right now for shows. So there's a whole lot of like, oh my gosh, like what about this? What about that? So definitely really interesting to kind of think about with that.
Yeah.
Now, they did announce on October 31st last year that Chucky is returning. Everybody assumed, myself included, that was going to be a house, was going to be a Chucky house.
I bet it will. I really do. I think it will.
But it's not listed as a house. The Last of Us is the only house that is listed on the website as being formally announced.
Well, maybe they just can't get Chucky to, behave himself and stay in the box,
I'm wondering if he isn't going to headline it, such as Jack the Clown has done and others. And so it's going to be
Could you imagine him being at the front, like walking around and like scaring the poo-poo out of people? But I'm telling you, that little thing.
I bet you that's what's going to happen. Yeah, is he's going to be like the headliner and he's going to host this year.
Yeah. I never even thought about that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to drop kick that thing. That sucker's creepy.
Not that he will. Okay.
No, I won't. Hey,
hi, Kim. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
I think I saw you this morning, Kim.
So yeah, super, super excited about that. And we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Another reason, and this is solely just me being me and wanting to get things rolling. I wanted to talk about stuff tonight, hoping that they'll announce stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because
that's
always
usually
do.
the way it goes. So
they always do. It seems like.
See, when we had it on Monday nights, they would drop it on Tuesdays. Now that we moved it to Wednesdays, they start dropping it on Thursdays. So
Thursdays or Fridays never fails.
I think both of them mess with us just because they're like, let's mess with Plum Crazy Adventures. Let's drop it tomorrow.
More or less. So. Another thing that I thought was really interesting is there's supposed to be a Halloween experience by Universal coming to Las Vegas in Area 15. They announced that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty radio silent ever since, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anybody putting up any posts or anything. No. Things are being built out there. Things getting ready to go.
Well, Jackie and Sam did mention when they were at Area 15 that they saw like there was construction inside the building, but it wasn't specified as to what was going in or anything like that. So they could be building it right now and having Chucky or Megan. Not sure which is scarier. Rude. Chucky. I'm not that scary. Shut up.
I don't know. There's days. There's reasons why I cook. I keep you out of the kitchen because that's where all the sharp knives are at.
Psycho. Just a tad. So anyway, so I'm like super excited to hear like, are they going to just like announce and like, boom, here we go. I think that they need to do something so that they have it open for the Halloween season this year. I think that would be really, really cool. So we'll just have to wait and see. But like I said before, it is going to be inside of the Area 15 building. So it's not directly on the strip. And it is, that's where the Meow Wolf Omega Mart Museum and things are.
Right.
So it's really great location for it.
Even without Universal being involved with it, that place is spooky enough as it is.
I can't wait to go there. I think it'll be so cool.
I think it'll be cool. I really want to go. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to
go to the original installation in New Mexico too. So, but that one takes a bit to get to because it's really not close to any major airports.
Yeah.
You almost have to drive to it. So.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. So, super excited about that. Now, kind of popping back across the East Coast a little bit. Something we have talked about doing for years and we haven't done it yet is heading up to Salem, Massachusetts. Not only because incredible fall foliage in October, but also because of the Salem witch trials. They do these really big festivals every year in October, especially Halloween weekend. All the spookiness comes out.
Yes.
But there's like so many different things that you can do. And I put together itineraries before for ourselves. I actually have a family that is thinking about going. The movie.
She's talking about Chucky, or I'm assuming the Meg, like the Megalodon.
Oh.
Not the Megan.
Okay. Well, now I don't feel so bad. But no, she's talking about Megan the doll.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, okay. No, Megan the doll is terrifying.
No. That thing.
She's too lifelike for my own comfort.
That thing.
And I'm very annoyed that they named her Megan. Like, no.
That's one of those, oh, hell no. Run away.
Like, I'm ready to get a name change because of that thing.
Run. Freaking creepy.
I don't want to be associated in any way, stretch, or form.
No. And if that becomes a house, hell no, I'm not going in that thing.
That's a possibility.
No, I'm telling you right now, I will not. You will see somebody poop his pants and run out the front gate real dang quick. Dang quick. I'll be gone.
Oh, my goodness. I love it. Well, let's take him to a slightly less like terrifying and bring his eyebrows down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. That was funny. So Salem, Massachusetts, there's tons of walking tours that you can do, seeing the different cemeteries and churches and things that they have there. There's arbor tours, which I highly recommend doing an arbor tour if you have an opportunity.
Now, hold on before we get too far. When you get around the cemeteries and stuff now, and around the areas where the witches were hung, make sure you get your cameras out and record, because you never know, you might actually pick up a spirit flying around. So
there's our paranormal.
Yeah, there's actually
we
people
do really
that say,
like paranormal stuff.
It's interesting. I find it really, really interesting because there has been things that we've videotaped and photographed and stuff, and we have seen spirits and stuff in the photos and stuff. So I'm just saying, if you go, make sure you take your camera with you or pull that cell phone out, because you just never know what you're going to capture.
Yep, exactly. And speaking of which, there's also haunted houses that you can check out. And these are not maze houses and stuff like what I've been talking about. There is actual houses that are haunted because of the happenings that have happened up there. So that's always interesting. Psychics are also very prominent in the Salem area. Different fairs. No. Seances, which I don't recommend getting in the middle of all that.
So real quick, when Dad's talking about I see dead people, I mean, obviously he's referring to The Sixth Sense, the movie. So I never knew, because I've never actually watched the movie, so I really don't know. But I never knew.
Never seen The Sixth Sense?
No, I have not. I didn't know that the kid that was talking to Bruce Willis, that Bruce Willis was actually dead. I did not know that. So,
I mean, you're not supposed to know that until the end of the movie.
Right. But I mean, that's the reason why he sees dead people. So I'm like, wow, okay, cool. It like gave me a little bit of like, okay, creepy. So anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I thought that was some really good tidbits there.
Interesting. And see, now I kind of just want to go in and watch Ghost Ship because that's my favorite horror movie. So, and you've never seen that one either.
Not before I go to bed. No. I might have bad dreams.
So there's also museums and attractions that are in Salem. Ghost hunts, those are fun. There's also a haunted happenings marketplace that happens every fall. And that's where local businesses get together and you can purchase wares and different things. So it's a lot of fun. It's a really big community event. It's equal parts spooky, kooky, and like helping out the community. So I think it's a really great time. People go back year after year because, I mean, there's really not anything else quite like it.
Yeah.
So something else that I think is really kooky and downright weird that I wanted to talk about is the Mothman Festival.
Yes. And when did it? Oh, that takes place. Yes, in September.
September 16th and 17th this year.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about something for the fall, it's not super far away because it's in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty close to where we grew up.
Yeah.
Considering.
Really close to where you grew up.
Yeah, really close to where I grew up.
So does that mean that you might be part Mothman?
All right, you call me a star child all the time, so wait. You're calling me a moth now too?
I don't know. There's times I've seen you hovering.
All right, so the Mothman Festival, it's actually a lot of fun. Like I said, it's going to be on the 16th and 17th this year. They do live bands, there's festival food, hayride, cosplay. You're going to find a bunch of people dressed up like a moth. There is also the Mothman 5K if you are one of those crazy people that likes to run. There's also Men in Black. And I thought that was hilarious. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm tying it back into Universal because there's Men in Black. And then there's also the TNT bus tours. So you get to learn a lot of like the history of what happened in Point Pleasant in 1966, as well as kind of like the lore and everything behind Mothman, different places that he's been seen, and what events have happened that he was trying to forewarn people about.
Impending doom, basically.
So it's really interesting.
Is it actually warning the people of impending doom, or is he the cause of it? A lot of people think that he is, and a lot of people thinks that he's a demon saint.
See, I think he's trying to warn people.
Yeah. So it's like a demon saint. Because, he's got red glowing eyes. I'm sorry, but that's a little bit of a demon,
This is true.
I mean, I've seen your eyes glow red, but that was just because you were really mad at me.
He said it, not me.
Yep.
All right, let's head on over to the West Coast because we're getting a little kookier even than usual around here. So Oogie Boogie Bash, that is the big Halloween event over at Disneyland. They actually have it in California Adventure.
Yes.
This is something that I want to do so badly someday. But Disney's IT is going to have to figure some things out because the internet broke when they dropped their tickets.
Yeah, it did.
And anybody that got through the issues get to keep their tickets, but everybody else has to wait until they figure things out, and they're going to announce when they're releasing tickets again this end of this week.
Yeah.
But
they've learned not to use the same ticketing system for the Taylor Swift concerts. So I'm kidding. It's a bad joke.
It's about the same. It's really terrible.
It is.
So, but yeah, so this event takes place select nights, and that's the other issue. I think it's only like 11 or 14 nights. So it's very limited. And this is from September 5th through October 31st. And the party is from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So not a whole lot of time. No. But you can get into California Adventure as early as 3 p.m. So exact same thing as I said before. Get yourself towards the back of the park. That way you can do things that you're super excited about towards the back as other people are trying to get in around 6.
Right.
To kind of offset that a little bit. And they do some things that are very similar, and then they do other things that are like really, really cool. So they have what they call a frightfully fun parade. Really, really enjoy that. That's a good one. They've got Mickey's Trick and Treat stage show. So completely different from what we have over here on the East Coast. And then they do what's called treat trails. So you're going to go around and you're going to see, and it's very different. So you're going to go through these little like alleys and things like that. And you're going to see characters that you're going to be able to interact with, take photos with, things like that, but then also get some treats while you're in that treat trail. And some of these, I mean, you're going to be in a treat trail for like an hour in order to go through the whole thing. And so it's really interesting to me. Now, the biggest reason why I want to go is because I want to check out Villains Grove. Yes. So for those of you that don't know, California Adventure, when it was originally built, it was supposed to have all of like California's greatest hits, so that people didn't have to travel all over the state of California. They could just go to Disney and see it. Yeah. And so one of the things that they built is the redwood forest, and basically during the summer and most of the year, it's basically like an obstacle course type of deal that you can do. But in the fall, when they have Oogie Boogie Bash, it becomes Villains Grove. Yes. And this is so cool to go through.
Cool and creepy all at the same time, because they
the lighting,
they change the lighting and everything. Yeah,
the fog they have coming in. Yeah. I want to do it so badly. That's my biggest reason for wanting to go. And then, of course, it's all about Oogie Boogie. And let me tell you, that boy can party.
Yes, he can. Yeah, he can. I think I've seen him on one of the cruise ships doing that, too. Huh?
I was actually going to talk about that.
I'm telling you, that boy gets around. I'm telling you, Mr. Oogie Boogie.
Yeah. So maybe we'll start seeing him out at Walt Disney World eventually, because he's slowly getting his little minions of work and getting him into all these other venues.
His little creepy crawlies. Gotcha.
I tried.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, super, super excited about the Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yes, me too. I'm telling you.
Now,
I want to do it. I really do. I want to go do that so bad. So. Yeah.
Now, I will say, if you are interested in the Oogie Boogie Bash, and you're going to be out there, you should check out Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. Yeah. Because they do some things a little differently too. They have an undisclosed number of scare zones that they're doing this year. They're only going to be doing 8 haunted houses, and this is actually the first year that they are calling them houses. Generally, they call them mazes out on the West Coast, so I thought that was interesting. They did announce that, yes, they are going to have a Last of Us house as well. Generally, those larger IPs and stuff, they do the same thing. Yeah. And then like your unique and original houses, they do differently. So you could easily do the houses on the East Coast at Universal Studios Orlando, hop a plane, go over and check out Universal Studios Hollywood and do completely new things. So now the other thing that they have there, which I think is really cool, Nick was trying to get his TV to work and didn't have the remote. Daddy had it. Is the Terror Tram. So for those of you that don't know, Universal Hollywood, it is very much still a working movie lot. And so they have what they call the tram tours. And so they'll take you around. You'll get to see certain sets that are live sets. You got to be quiet and stuff while you're going through. You're going to see other sets that are kind of like permanent fixtures that you can kind of check out and see as you're going around. Now, during Halloween Horror Nights, they actually turn that into the Terror Tram, and so it's all spooky.
That's cool. I would think I would love to do that.
So I think that's a really neat thing that you can do.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of fun things to do out on the West Coast.
Yep.
But I like the idea of hopping the plane from Orlando, going out and seeing everything, comparing the two parks and stuff.
Maybe we'll get to do that next year.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
So,
like, take a couple days, Halloween Horror Nights, then fly out, see everything out there.
I think that would be a lot of fun, actually.
That'd be really neat.
Maybe by then we'll actually be down there, so we won't be paying for the tickets down here and then back up.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to see.
Yeah. But absolutely love that. Think that that's a great thing. And Southern California has a lot of really cool things that you can do. It's one of the best places actually to just take a car and go around and see the different houses decorated for Halloween.
Yeah.
People get really into it. And
you can't forget the California girls too.
The California girls.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. So that's always really fun to do. There's also and I'm wanting to call it Knoebels, and that's East Pennsylvania. Knott's Berry Farm. They have their Halloween event, and that one is a really popular one too. And I'm telling you what, the scare actors there are pretty creepy. Like they follow you around for a good while.
Yeah, like, if you think Universal's good, I'll tell you what, that they Knott's Berry Farm, they kind of put them to the test. I'm telling you. So
yeah, most definitely, it's a little on the woohoo. So yeah, and then if you don't necessarily want to plan a fall vacation on land, you can definitely have a good time on the high seas on one of the 4 Disney cruise line ships.
Yes. So
really, really excited about that. Let me find my notes for it because I got it written in here somewhere. There it is. So they have Mickey's Masquerade. So basically, there's going to be a party where everybody can dress up and have fun and be all decked out in your Halloween finest. You're also going to be seeing the characters in their different Halloween outfits, whatever it is that they've chosen for that particular Halloween season. That's always fun. So that's where your themed meet and greets come in.
Yep.
You're also going to have treat trail or spine tingling treats. I apologize. And then there's other activities where you're going to be able to do crafts and different things while you're out at sea that are all Halloween themed. And then your nighttime show with your fireworks is also themed around it. And just very, very cool thing to experience Halloween while you're on one of the Disney ships. And every single ship does have Halloween on the high seas. So the earliest sailing is actually from September 11th. And then the last sailing, obviously, it ends on October 31st. Yeah. So they do have that. And then they'll go into Christmas.
Why would they end it on October 31st?
I wonder why. So, but yeah, tons and tons of fun with that. Something else, I found some interesting, kooky, oddball things that I wanted to share with everybody that you can do this fall, because I realize not everybody's into theme parks. Not everybody's into having the crap scared out of them. So, one thing, Bridge Day. How many people ever thought that there would be a festival on a bridge where people literally jump off of the bridge? This happens at New River Gorge every year.
With bungee cords attached to themselves or
parachute.
Yeah. Maybe let's walk out. All right, that's it. I'm done.
You hope not, anyway. Bridge Day happens every year. This year is going to be on October 15th. This happens at the New River Gorge, which is all the way down almost to the bottom of West Virginia
on
Route 19. And we've driven across it several times, way more than we probably should have because of going back and forth to Florida. That's the easiest way for us to go.
Yep.
And it's a unique thing. It's a beautiful bridge. It's a modern marvel. Could not pay me to jump off of it, but we've talked about it several times and about going, and we just haven't had the opportunity to. But maybe this year we will.
Yeah, it's a really cool event. I've actually been over there with Mom and Dad.
Oh, you've been?
Yeah, okay. And it was interesting. I'm telling you, it was definitely interesting. There's a lot of people go to that. I mean, and they closed one side of the bridge completely off, and they leave the other side. Just the 2 lanes on that side for traffic to get through.
Right. Because they do have to keep it because it's a main thoroughway through there. Yeah,
but it's a big party. I mean, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of hotels and stuff around there, and there's actually some cabins and different things to rent, and a lot of little things to do. Even just not even going for Bridge Day, you can go and do stuff. I mean, we did a video about the lake that's literally just 4 miles up the road from it.
Yeah, the Gully River National Park, I think, or County Park or something.
Yeah,
we did that.
Gorgeous, and it's a video. If you guys haven't checked it out, it was put out last year.
Last fall.
Yeah, last fall. So
beautiful fall foliage. The house is very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
But yeah. So Bridge Day. I mean, that is definitely something that's a little out there. Something great to do this fall. Has nothing to do with super scary stuff, so it's great for the kids and stuff.
Great,
just keep
great
a
to
hold
get out
of
and see the fall foliage and just find some. There is like along the way getting there. There's a little like stands and stuff where you can buy pumpkins, and if you want to buy corn stalks and stuff to decorate your house with, you can. Of course, get some fresh apple cider. Some apples and stuff like that. I mean, you can find all that kind of stuff all the way up and down Route 19.
Most definitely.
All the way through there. So.
Yeah, you're probably going to pass some pumpkin patches with some pumpkins literally just sitting in the field as you're driving through.
If you really want to see something interesting, get it out about around Whitfield, Virginia.
Which is a little farther south.
Yeah, it's a little further south. But when you're driving on Interstate 77 and you're heading south, around that time of the year, you can actually see the pumpkin fields, and you'll see so that's hundreds and hundreds of pumpkins just still sitting there and stuff. Now, a lot of the times when they have like a bad pumpkin or something, what they'll do is the farmers will bust the pumpkins up on the ground right there and leave it there because that'll start germinating the new seeds and stuff for the next season. So that's the reason why you see some of the extra pumpkins laying there. But you'll literally see it's neat because you drive by and you can actually see them put, like if you go to Walmart and buy your pumpkins, you'll see them in those great big cardboard containers on a pallet and stuff. You'll see them out there rolling them along with the trucks and stuff, and they're just chucking pumpkins up and throwing them in the bin. So it's really a cool thing to see, even if you're just driving 75 miles an hour down the road and you just look over and happen to see it. It's neat to be able to see that process.
It's really interesting. And Deb also brought up a good point for those of you that may not know. Whitfield, Virginia is a great place to have as a stopover point because it has cheap gas.
Yeah, very cheap gas. It's literally sometimes 20 to 60 cents cheaper than around here in Pittsburgh and stuff. So
yeah, it's always crazy how much cheaper it is right there.
Yep.
And you're not in Virginia for very long either, right there. So that's the place to stop because before you know it, you're in North Carolina and then it's back up.
Coming down the big old hill right into North Carolina.
Oh, that's fun.
Seeing old Rocky Gap.
Yep. So something else I saw, which I didn't get a whole lot of information on, but I thought you would find interesting. And I am so disappointed that my brother hasn't gone to this. The Texas Bigfoot Conference.
No kidding.
Yep.
Where is this held?
Jefferson, Texas. October 14th through the 16th.
Okay. That's interesting because I'm going to tell you what, you would think that there would be a lot more of these Bigfoot related gatherings and stuff.
Why is it in Texas? I mean, I thought Bigfoot primarily was up here in like the New England, like.
It could be the fact that
in Appalachia.
Maybe they're bringing everybody down because that could be probably close to like Dallas or something. Or
I have no idea. I didn't get that far.
Anyway. Okay.
He's watching Megamind.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's why he's laughing. That is a funny movie. But my thing is this would be a lot of fun to be able to attend, especially if you believe in Bigfoots and stuff, and Sasquatches or Yetis or this abominable snowman, or it depends on the different parts of the country that you're in or the world that you're in, because they're all called something different. Like down in Florida, the Yetis down there are called the I almost said swamp fever. The swamp.
I don't think that's it.
No, the swamp it's one of the swamp monsters or something. I can't remember what it's called now. I started to say it now. Okay, I got swamp fever in my brain. I can't think of what it's called, but anyway, it's one of those things. It's like a cultural phenomenon, They shut up. Swamp fever.
Oh Lord.
Yep, we done fell off the rocker now.
just keep clawing our way to the end.
Well, Nessie.
No, Nessie
is the Loch Ness monster
that's in Scotland.
Yeah, that's over.
Now that would be a fun trip.
Yeah, that would be interesting to be able to go do some stuff. Yeah. Now there is actually some video proof that just came out in like 2016, 2018. Sorry, a group of young men who were just getting ready to graduate from high school actually had to do a video project, and they went out onto the loch. And they were videotaping and stuff, and all of a sudden something came right up along the water and started going along, and it was big. I mean, and they were filming it, and it was to the point where they felt so uncomfortable that they literally turned their boat around and went back because they were just so scared. So, needless to say, they all got A's on their reports, but they actually picked up something really cool and something that cryptologists can't really predict or say exactly what that might have been. So, pretty interesting.
You can't tell me that we know everything that is in our oceans.
No,
and you can't tell me
no way
that these big lakes aren't connected somehow so that ocean dwellers can go in and out.
The actual factual truth is that we know more about the moon and Mars than we do about our oceans and our depths of our lakes that we live around all the time. So, and that's the God's honest truth.
That's kind of a creepy thing to think about.
Yeah, it's real scary. It's real scary. So.
Now, if you want to learn more about that kind of stuff and you're into paranormal and UFO sightings, things like that, Scott is obsessed. Yeah, so you have a friend.
Yeah.
But also think about doing a trip up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yes.
Because there is a lot of UFO sightings up there. There's a lot of paranormal things up in that way that we got to do a few years ago.
Right over top of the Lake Michigan, there is the Michigan Triangle right there. There's a lot of issues and stuff
instead of the Bermuda Triangle.
Right. A lot of boats have problems when they go through it. A lot of planes have issues with their instruments and stuff when they fly through it. So it's kind of a spooky thing. And there has been sightings of UFOs in that area too. So yes, you can tell what I geek out on. So, but hey, somebody's got to have a hobby,
So that's also where they have the train tracks that go to nowhere. That the train comes through every night, and you can see the light and stuff.
Yeah, if you're standing at a certain point, you look up, and there'll be a light coming, like at you, and it's an actual ghost. Actually, I think somebody.
Sorry, this curl's really bugging me tonight.
One of the men that was working on the tracks, I believe, actually got hurt or killed. Killed. Okay. And they believe it's his ghost coming back, and he's got the light and stuff, and he's shining it down the tracks to let people know that there's a train coming. So.
Now, see, that makes me think of the movie The Polar Express with the light, the guy with the light, and he was a ghost. So everything comes first full circle, people.
Yep.
Nothing is original. Now, getting back out of the spooky, because I know not everybody's into that, there is a place where you can go pumpkin chunkin'.
Oh yeah, pumpkin chunkin'.
I want to do this. I was thinking the green light from Gatsby when he said that. Well, that too. So
yeah, that's a good point too.
Now the pumpkin chunkin'.
Yes.
This happens on October 15th this year, and it's going to be up in Clayton, New York. So up where where all the lakes and stuff are, that's where Clayton is. Okay. Now, just because they can at this event, bear with me one second. You're going to see these people with Viking helmets and just completely all out, like barbaric, like rah! And they have these trebuchets and they have these catapults, and they see how far they can fling a pumpkin.
Yes. It's now.
I'm obsessed. Like, I love watching these. Like, we will literally like, oh, new YouTube videos of the pumpkin chunking. Let's check this out. And it's like, some of it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. But
I actually was talking with this. I have to share this story. This is so funny. I was actually talking with somebody about it and telling them about pumpkin chunking. And they actually swear up on my life. They thought it was somebody actually taking the pumpkins and seeing how far they could throw it. So, dude, I had a lot of fun with that because when they said that, I said, "Oh yeah."
This wasn't Chris, was it?
No, it wasn't Chris. No, it was somebody I work with. Just let it go. But I actually started having a little bit of fun with it because I was like, "Yeah, I can just imagine it like."
Well, the 20-pound pumpkin, yeah, because that's going to go real far.
Yeah, me it'll be like right in front of me. So, but yeah, the pumpkin chunking, I'm telling you, man, if we get
they go hundreds of feet, yeah.
I want to go see this because I want to see one of those suckers being launched across that field.
I think it would be hilarious.
Yes, it would.
Christopher says there's so much fun watching pumpkins go 200 to 500 feet. Yeah, so I guess they used to do it at Seymour Johnson too. So I'm sure he sent me some videos.
There's places where they've taken it and stepped it up a notch. Now I don't know where this is, but they've actually made cannons where they fire them out of them.
How the heck do they do that? You would think it would just explode as soon as the gunpowder would hit it.
No, it's not gunpowder. It's just air pressure, and they've got something in behind it pushing it. So it's like a kind of like a pillow in a way, kind of pushing it out of the pipe. Okay. And then when it comes out, the pillow drops, but the pumpkin just goes and keeps flying and flying and flying. So, yeah.
You can come talk about it.
Yeah, come here. You can tell us about it real quick. We got 8 minutes.
8 minutes? Oh, I don't think we have enough time.
Yeah, don't lean back.
Yeah, it's not.
We all about just got killed by a flying clip. So anyway, Seymour Johnson's, they do it, or?
Yeah, so let's see, 2018 through 2022 is when we started our. Here, I'll lean down.
No, you're good.
So
that way you're not killing yourself.
2018 to 2022 is when I did it because it is 2023. So we had trebuchets. So basically, we kind of had to work with what we had, and being mechanics, we kind of just
had a little too much fun.
Yeah, we jerry-rig a bunch of little things here and there, and we had this big block that was nothing but concrete. It was about, I'd say, close to 400 or 500 pounds that we had to lift with ratchet straps. Just keep going and going and going, and
I'm starting to see where some of these injuries came from.
Let's just say, so we definitely sent it a couple hundred feet. It wasn't as good as the other guys. They had an actual, it was a slingshot. It was a big square, right? And they had about 500 or 600 really big and really elastic rubber bands.
Okay.
That were all the way around the thing. They shot it close to 750 yards.
Wow.
Like I was saying in the comment, like 300 some feet from the school, they were the ones that were about 300 feet from the school, because where we were shooting them, there was this large field, and there was a school right in the back, and they had, thankfully there was no kids. Because after they shot it, we had to stop shooting because we thought they were going to shoot more, because they said that they only shot it about 50-60%.
Oh my gosh!
So I was scared to see what 100% was going to do.
Wow.
But no, pumpkin chunking.
No school in session because Air Force guys wrecked our building again.
But we only shot 15-pound pumpkins instead of 25. With the cannons, though, like Dad was saying, they are air compressed. They're long cylinders. Basically, what they do is they load it kind of like a muzzle loader. And they add a bunch of packing to the back of it. So the packing will actually come out with it, but we'll keep it intact without it breaking. We actually tried to make one, but then we got told we weren't allowed. We had one made, but we had these little like discs or like kind of like plates that literally went around it, and would shoot it. But as it would shoot it, it would hit the end of the barrel and it would explode. So couldn't figure out how to stop it from exploding.
But it was still fun.
Yeah, especially when you hear the whole time.
Nice.
I'm concerned about what's going to happen around my house now that he's home.
Hey, we can go get a potato gun. Potato launchers.
You and John were terrible with potato guns when you were younger.
Bet you we can make it across the river.
No, let's not. My luck will hit a window over there.
There's some trees.
Oh goodness. So
yeah, pumpkin chucking, great, awesome. Go watch them. They're a lot of fun. They especially the whole dress up thing too. We used to do that all the time. We had
dress up like Vikings.
We had superheroes one year. We all dressed up as superheroes: Superman, Iron Man, Batman. Then we had one year where we were all pirates.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Because one of ours was on a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So because we towed it in on my truck, and as we were driving it in, we had 3 or 4 of them sitting on the back, just holding swords up in the air. We had a lot of fun with it, but yeah, pumpkin chucking's great fun. Go watch them; they're awesome. Love it. So yeah, that's all I got. So.
Oh goodness,
that was good, and that was very very detailed.
Yeah.
So you can see who was right in the middle of all
about
that.
now, but oh, too funny.
Well, anyway, so I think are you about done?
Yeah, I think on that note, I think we're about finished because so many places that we can see and do things and so much fun.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So definitely, if you are interested in doing fall travel, reach out to us. It is not too late. Christmas is getting a little hairy. If you're interested in doing something for the holidays, definitely reach out to us because there's a lot of limited availability with Christmas.
Very.
Fall season, it's a broader range. So we've got some things that we can do. If you're wanting to do fall foliage, if you're wanting to do a driving trip, because that'd be a perfect time to go do the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yeah.
Maybe stopping over in Gatlinburg area for a couple of days on your way back through. That would be a really fun road trip. I would love to plan for you.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to do one of these Halloween events, definitely reach out to us. Okay, great. Now I'm meh. Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. Yeah. Bye, all. Scott, meh, and Chris.
Meh.
Meh.
Meh. Oh, meh. Yeah. Another thing that you guys can actually do too that would be really cool is to take off and do a cruise going up the
oh my gosh,
up into
I
Nova
completely forgot
Scotia.
about that. Yeah, the New England cruises.
Yeah, thank you, New England cruise, and that's a great way to see some fall foliage and see some different things like that. So we can help you with all of those. Just you got to get a hold of us. Let us know what you want to do and where you want to go, and let us work the magic and see what we can figure out for you.
Yeah, the Carnival Venezia would be a great one to do. It's going
ship.
out of the New York port. It's a new ship, and it's very Italian themed, like think like Italian Renaissance and stuff. So it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Not like any other Carnival ship that like you would think of, and they have a really beautiful and wonderful fall foliage tour available on that ship.
They do, totally.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, I think we've rambled on long enough here. So, sorry, I got a nose itch. Woo! Thanks, sinuses.
If you haven't done so, fingers are too big tonight. So if you guys haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already.
Yep.
Also, follow us on Facebook and our Instagram pages because we put up stuff all the time. Would love to be able to see you guys and interact with you more on there. And thank you so much for all of the continued support. I know I've got a couple more people that I need to email tonight and finish up some quotes. So I'm super excited.
Yes, sir.
Got people traveling tomorrow morning. I got more in a couple of weeks. So I'll catch you later. I am watching you. Oh, you're
Creepy.
Mike.
Creepy.
Sleeping with one eye open tonight now. So
anyway, guys, I hope you guys had fun watching us tonight. We had fun making this doing this live tonight. We really
all
enjoy
over
talking
the place
about
live.
These are some of the best ones that we ever have. So
Yep.
Anyway, guys, we'll be back next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. again. We'll be talking about something travel. So you guys are going to have to stay tuned to our Facebook page to find out exactly what we'll be talking about next week. And as always, guys, are you guys ready for your next plum crazy adventure? Because
we're ready to get you there.
Yeah. Later, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.